Are you brand new to Classic Tetris but don't know where to start? Well then this video is for you. Tetris is one of those games that's easy to learn but hard to master. It's not like one day you can pick up a controller and roll your way to a maxed out score of 1 million points. Everybody's got to start somewhere. The question though is, where to start? This game came out in 1989, so it's not like a modern game where you have a tutorial and trophies to chase to help progress. Wait, or is there?
You don't need to touch your shot.
Tetris.
Trophies!
Can you even touch size? Square, rectangle, trapezoid, tetrazoid.
GoTron88 here with a list of trophies you can chase in Classic Tetris and a tutorial on how to complete them all. So I've made a list of trophies and achievements for you to track your goals. Check out the link in the description below to download the trophy list. And feel free to follow along with the list as I go over some tips and tricks to complete them all and obtain the Platinum Trophy, Tetris Master. Basically, these trophies are built on two types of goals, levels and scores. In this video, I'll go over which of these trophies I would prioritize and give you tips on how to achieve them. Also note that all these trophies are designed to be complete in Tetris Type A. If you'd like me to create a trophy list for Tetris Type B, feel free to let me know in the comments below. With that in mind, let's talk about the first trophy. Trophy number 1. Tetris. Clear 4 lines at once. Yes, I'm rating this as a bronze trophy, even though it's probably one of the hardest goals if you're completely brand new to Classic Tetris. But I feel like this is the first goal you should aim for, more so than any score or level, because this game is built on the 4-line clear, aka the Tetris. It's literally the name of the game. There's only one way to perform a Tetris, and that's to drop a 4-block tall long bar tetramino, i.e. one of 7 shapes, down a well that's 1 block wide, clearing 4 lines at once. Clearing a Tetris is worth a significantly higher score than a single, double, or a triple line clear. A Tetris can be built in any column and at almost any height. However, most people try to build Tetris wells on the bottom of the board at the far right. At lower levels, this is less important. But as speeds increase, the ability to maneuver the long bar into a well gets harder. And at a certain point, the long bar actually becomes significantly harder to move all the way to the left than it is to the right. So you're probably asking, why not just build down the middle? Surely the long bar must be easiest to drop down the middle. Not a bad question. This comes down to buildability. Stacking tetraminos cleanly is generally easier to do on a single platform rather than a split platform. A split platform leads to reduced options to place your pieces cleanly. Given that tetramino spawns are completely random, it's important to optimize piece placement and avoid dependencies. This leads to my next trophy. Trophy number 2, Beginner's Luck. Reach level 5 starting at level 0. Alright, now that you've gotten your first Tetris out of the way, let's start working your way up levels. I'm guessing that in trying to build your first Tetris, you may have already cleared a couple levels while trying to do so. And in doing so, you probably noticed that the level goes up by 1 for every 10 lines you clear, and that with each level, the speed that pieces falls gets a little faster to the point where it falls too fast for you to manage. For some of you, you may have already breezed past level 5, and that's great. Congratulations, you've earned your bronze trophy already. But at some point, you're probably still going to hit a limit due to speed. So regardless of what level you capped out at, let's talk about survivability. Like I mentioned previously, one of the keys to survivability is avoiding piece dependency. What that means is try, and emphasis on try, building your stack such that whatever tetramino spawns, you have a place to place it without creating a hole. But easier said than done, right? Generally speaking, to accommodate this, you want to place your tetraminos such that the board is generally even, with peaks and valleys no more than 2 blocks high, except your Tetris well. And try to ensure that you have a flat spot that's at least 2 blocks wide. Doing so lets you accommodate most tetraminos. Also, as mentioned earlier, keeping your Tetris well to the right side only gives you more space to accommodate this on a single platform versus splitting your board into 2 platforms. Here are a few bonus survival tips that I like to keep in mind. If you have a side well that's getting a little high for comfort, try to build a downward slope into the well. Even a single notch inward helps. Another option is to create a 2-block wide gap above your well, known as the 2-wide well. These setups will give you options to skim down some lines if your board starts to get a little too high for comfort. In a similar vein, if you have pieces that you're not totally sure what to do with, you can use the left side of the board as a bit of a garbage dump, so that you can keep that side high while your Tetris well is kept low. Here are some other things to keep in mind in order to reduce the number of piece dependencies. I mentioned keeping a flat area that's 2-block wide to accommodate square pieces or unwanted L or J pieces. But if you can create a 3-block wide flat area, it gives you even more freedom to drop the L or J pieces flat, or a T piece flat. If you have to create a 2-block deep valley, try to keep both sides of it at the same level. That way you can drop an L, J, or I piece in without creating any holes, as opposed to having one side higher, which eliminates the L or J option. Sometimes you'll need to perform what's called a tuck, which is where you insert the Tetramino into a gap on the side by either holding the side button against the wall prior or tapping it in last second if the wall is only 1 block high. Sometimes you may have no choice but to plug up a well. If you have to, then I would recommend plugging it up a bit higher rather than lower. It's often easier to reopen up a well if the plug is higher up, since you don't have to dig as deep. Speaking of digging, you'll have to do it often, either because you plugged up something on purpose or you misdropped, i.e. accidentally placed a piece where you didn't mean to. Misdrop enough times and you may end up with a whole bunch of holes. If you get into a situation like this, make sure you don't panic. Don't try to fix everything at once. Just work your way down a single hole at a time, preferably from top to bottom. And make sure you think ahead about both incoming piece and the hole you're trying to open. Avoid stacking up over a hole because you just make it harder to dig down. There are a lot more tricks and tools at your disposal, many of which will come with experience. And as you play, you might not even like some of the tips I've given so far, and come up with your own preferred way of playing. But trying to think of these while playing will allow you to push past level 5 and beyond. Alright, now that we have these building blocks in place, see what I did there? Let's start putting these together and look at the rest of the trophies. Here are some of the starter scoring trophies, starting with beating the players on the scoreboard when you start up the game. Trophy number 3, Beat Lance. Get a score of greater than 5,000 points. Trophy number 4, Beat Oda-san. Get a score of greater than 7,500 points. Trophy number 5, Beat Howard. Get a score of greater than 10,000 points. Most of these scores should be pretty easy to hit. 5,000 can be achieved from getting 3 back-to-back Tetrises starting at level 0. If it takes you a few more levels, no big deal. If you can get 2 additional Tetrises at level 1, your score will be high enough to beat Oda-san at 7,500 points. You can even beat Howard by level 2 if you Tetris all the way out into level 2. Of course, easier said than done. If you can't Tetris that efficiently, don't worry about it. Just do your best and push for as many Tetrises as you can. But be aware that if you try to single, double, and triple line clear your way through everything, these scores take way longer to achieve. So definitely try pushing for Tetrises as much as you can. With that in mind, let's talk about 2 more trophies. Trophy number 6, Endurance. Reach level 5 starting from level 4. Trophy number 7, Tetrisier. Perform a Tetris at level 5. The final bronze trophy is about learning to play at higher speed. Starting at level 0 lets you ease into the game, but you should push yourself to play at faster speeds for extended amounts of time. By starting at level 4, it forces you to play at that speed for 50 lines instead of working your way through 10 lines at a time. Of course, if level 4 is too fast for you, then set your starting level at a lower level and work your way through those levels until you are more comfortable with playing at that speed. By starting at a faster speed, the lower levels will eventually feel way more comfortable. Trophy number 7 is about learning to stack better at higher speed, ultimately culminating into doing Tetrises at higher levels, which is needed to push scores. Trophies 8 to 14 follow the same philosophies, helping you gain comfort in playing at higher levels, including the stacking of Tetrises. Trophy number 8, Distance Runner. Reach level 7 starting from level 0. Trophy number 9, Survivalist. Reach level 7 starting from level 6. Trophy number 10, Tetrisier. Perform a Tetris at level 7. Trophy number 11, Marathoner. Reach level 9 starting from level 0. Trophy number 12, I could do this all day. Reach level 9 starting from level 8. Trophy number 13, Tetrisier. Perform a Tetris at level 9. Trophy number 14, just the beginning. Beat level 9. Note that level 9 isn't actually the last level of the game. In theory, the game can actually go on forever, game crashes aside, as I'm sure some of you have seen in the news about Blue Scooty. And in fact, here's a little side tip. You can start the game as high as level 19. If you hold down the A button before starting a level, it'll start the game at that level plus 10. Alright, now let's talk about the final 5 trophies, which are all scoring related. Basically, if you meet all these score requirements, you'll get a nifty graphic at the end of your game of rockets of varying sizes firing off into space. These trophies are Trophy number 15, Model Rocket. Reach a score of 30,000 points. Trophy number 16, Small Rocket. Reach a score of 50,000 points. Trophy number 17, Medium Rocket. Reach a score of 75,000 points. Trophy number 18, Large Rocket. Reach a score of 100,000 points. Trophy number 19, UFO Sighting. Reach a score of 125,000 points. Note that these last 2 gold trophies will not be easy. Let's put it this way. At level 0, a Tetris is worth 1200 points and goes up by 1200 in value every level. So by level 9, they're worth 12,000 points. To reach a score of 100,000, you would need 8 Tetrises plus change on level 9. Can you get to 100,000 points by starting at level 0 and before the end of level 9? Absolutely, but you need to have about an 80 to 90% Tetris rate to get there. Heck, you could probably hit 125,000 goal before level 10 if you're efficient enough. But if you're new to Tetris, this will be a battle, so be prepared to grind out past level 9. But if and when you grind past the 125,000 point mark, congratulations! The game will not only call you a Tetris master, but also mean you have unlocked the final trophy and earned yourself the Platinum Trophy. Trophy number 20, Tetris Master. Complete all trophies. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you do the things down here below. It really helps the channel out. So this has been my TED Talk. Thanks for watching. Crap, not good. Oh crap, not good. Oh no! Oh no, we were so close to max out! Oh no, we were so close to max out! And I choked! I just need to survive like level 17 or 18 I think, and I would have been fine. Oh, I choked!